Okay, I've got my phone balanced on a can of clear gloss paint against a blowtorch, and the reason for that is I was putting my phone on this little tripod here and busted out the the bottom tripod socket. No big deal, totally prepared for that. So I switched out the head and put it in the horizontal mode tripod socket, and got it all ready to go. And then as I was clamping it into place, one of the legs fell off. So I now have a bipod. Works great. It is hot, y'all. It's hot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something about this today. This was a key piece of equipment. I am, of course, a professional photographer, and I have a really nice tripod, but I prefer not to use it for YouTube because it's big and heavy. So I'm gonna have to buy another super compact carbon nanotube high dollar tripod from the dollar store. Let's get down to business, shall we? I'm going to be smoking my Legend and whatever's in this bag. Okay, I gotta get the, yeah, there we go. Oh, no, too much. All right, yeah, okay, good, yeah. So the perfect camera angle is one that shows my face without showing how bald I am because I forgot to bring a hat. And anyway, it's too hot down here to wear one. So I'm currently smoking a mix of Ashton's Rainy Day and Cornell and Deal's Star of the East, which is like the last two tobaccos you'd ever think to mix together, but it's actually not that bad. It's pretty decent. If you like fluffy aromatics, it's not a fluffy aromatic. If you like tasteful aromatics and you like really strong knock you on your ass English tobaccos, you'd probably like this mix. The purpose of my video here is, now that we're 2 minutes in, is to say I'm trying to simplify my pipe life because you do the thing where you're going out to go fishing or you're going out to smoke a pipe or whatever, and you open your tobacco drawer and you're like, God, there's so many choices. What the hell do I want to smoke? Now I'm not quite in the mood for that. I'm not quite in the mood for that. And then you spend 5 minutes being like, well, I could smoke some of this, but I'd have to open a new tin, but I could smoke, and it's like all these, no, this is too much. This is too much. I don't have a lot of mental capacity these days. So the capacity that I do have needs to be saved for important decisions like which fly do I tie on? As an aside, I'm reading the memoirs of an old curmudgeonly fly fisherman that I know. And so that's one generation, right? Curmudgeonly fly fisherman to older curmudgeonly fly fisherman. Well, in his memoirs, he interviewed and another generation of old bitter old fly fishermen, right? So the old timer fished with two flies his whole life, And I think that's a really good approach. It's not codgerism, right? Where when you smoke your one pipe and your one tobacco, it's a little more varied than that. A little more, there are times when you want to smoke one tobacco, and there are times when you want to smoke a different tobacco. But you have your mainstays. You have your, if I gotta walk out the door, I can grab my whatever tobacco, and I'm gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. For me, that is Ashton's Rainy Day. However, I smoke a lot of it. I'm already through that tin that I just bought, and then I end up mixing, because I put a Ziploc bag in my vest pocket when I go fishing, and then I've got 4 Ziploc bags full of tobaccos I don't know about. I don't know what they are, and so I end up mixing them all together. What I'm looking for is the equivalent of my 1 or 2 fishing flies. I want a good bulk tobacco that is just like Rainy Day. Okay, I just want Rainy Day in bulk. That's really what I want. So I'm putting this question out there to the pipe community. I need an all-day smoke. I like that Rainy Day is lightly aromatic. It's Virginias and Burleys. I don't think I would not be averse to something with Latakia in it. London Squire is a good Cornell and Deal Latakia all day smoke. Got to be something I can get in bulk. Don't want anything with Perique in it. I want something that if I stand there for 10 minutes and puff away at it, while I'm fishing, it doesn't make my mouth feel like it's going to, fall out of my head, like all my teeth are going to, like start dropping off into the river. And Perique does that to me. The Star of the East does that. Nothing too heavy, but I don't want anything too fluffy either. I don't want like a Sutliff Grouper. So what are your suggestions? And no one say Carter Hall. I've already tried Carter Hall. I like Carter Hall, but it's just there's not enough flavor. I need something a little more interesting than Carter Hall, and not as interesting as like Nightcap. Frogmorton's okay, but again, it doesn't really come in bulk, So this is a tough. Oh, my bald head's in the frame. This is a tough decision. Other things I've tried that we can cross off the list. Yeah, no, I've never really tried. Oh, Stanwell Jubilee is really awesome, and so I look at Stanwell Jubilee as like, I don't think it's available anymore. I need to check on that, but I look at that as like a rainy day type sort of Danish aromatic with dark fired Kentucky leaf, and so I'm also not averse to mixing my own blend here. If anybody has any suggestions on that, but I need something that is Gribley's coffee here. Gribley's bar whiskey. It's not the top shelf stuff. Why isn't it just Gribley's tobacco? Why do I have to come up with metaphors for everything? Okay, so lay your suggestions on me. Must come in bulk, can be lightly aromatic, can have a little bit of stronger tobaccos in it, but predominantly I want an all-day smoke, something that's going to be easy on the palate, that I can just enjoy while I'm on the river and have it be part of the experience, but not a tobacco that becomes the whole experience, if that makes sense. Thank you for watching. Thank you for answering my plea for recommendations. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.